Former Illini, former pro basketball player Michael Finke, now turned dad, husband, realtor. Thanks for joining me here in studio. What's post-basketball life been like?
It's been great, man. Well, appreciate you having me, first of all. But yeah, it's been great. The whole new life outside of the basketball world. Been playing the past 5 years overseas, so now here we're settled down in Champaign. Really enjoying my job now and being a part of the community.
Just want to ask you about coming in, overseas.
Yeah.
What was maybe most challenging about that time, and maybe most surprising they didn't expect?
There was a bunch of pros and cons to it all. I mean, the pros of it, I would say, you're living overseas in different countries, experience all these different cultures. You're getting paid to play basketball, which is, childhood dream of mine, growing up, being able to do that. Cons of it, one, you're far away from home, which is tough at times. You tend to get used to it as you're going throughout the years, but it is always a little tough. Every year having to go through different cultures, learning different language barriers, all that. Another con, a couple teams I was on actually, I'm still owed a lot of money from them, so having to navigate that, getting with the right agency and all that was a huge learning lesson for me, but luckily towards the end of my career I figured it out and yeah, ended on a good note.
And was there a favorite country other than the states that you lived in?
Honestly, all of them we really enjoyed. We were in, 8 different countries, like 7 countries in Europe, and then we played in Japan my last season. Living-wise, we probably preferred living in Porto, Portugal. It was right on the ocean, a great old town. Basketball was great. That was awesome. Basketball-wise, Portugal was great. I love playing in Japan. We played 60 games every Saturday, Sunday, and then some Wednesdays as well. So you're playing a lot of games. The practices were very light. So that was, honestly, even with all the games, my body felt really good that year just because I wasn't practicing super tough throughout the week. So that was great. And yeah, I enjoyed it.
I look back at some old interviews. You called playing for the Illini a dream come true.
Yeah.
How do you look back at your whole basketball career and all you were able to do?
Yeah, growing up here in Champaign, my dad played basketball and football for U of I, then that was always a dream of mine. When I started getting recruited, I didn't know for sure if this is actually where I wanted to go. I went through the whole process, and I'm so thankful that I was blessed with the opportunity to come here and play and represent the orange and blue. And yeah, it was a dream come true, still is something that I never take lightly. Looking back at that, it was great memories, great friends, great coaches. Everything was great about it.
Man, I want to ask you about the transfer portal. You were in there for your last year going to Grand Canyon. Is it surprising what it's become, and how much has it changed since you were in the portal?
See, when I was in it, it wasn't even technically called the portal at the times. At that point, you still, if you were regular undergrad, when you transferred, you had to sit out a year. For me, I had redshirted my freshman year, and I graduated, so I was able to play right away. And it was a little different for me. I think in my situation, I was able to go play with my brother, which was something that we always talked about playing with, so that's what we happened doing that in GCU. Now it's a whole new level. Money's now a huge thing, part of that with the NIL, which unfortunately was not a part of my playing time, which I missed it just by a couple of years. But yeah, it's a whole new world now with it all.
Are you surprised with how much of a thing it's become, how much the landscape's changed?
I think I always thought that the players getting paid would happen. I don't know if I ever thought I'd be to this level that it's at. With no salary caps, just free agency every year for all these players, I think it's pretty wild and it's unprecedented with everything that's going on. I would like to probably see some type of changes and some rules to it all to try and, for fans' sake, to see so they can support the same players throughout the years. And yeah, it'd be cool to see that. But you can't blame the players for going to try and get as much money as they can. I think any person in the corporate world, if they had an upgrade in their job to go get X amount of money, they're more than likely most people are going to take that.
Yeah, for sure. And your last year at Illinois was the first year for Brad Underwood.
Yeah.
Was there maybe a moment where you see him and in the culture he brought in that he was going to get Illinois back to some national prominence?
Yeah, Coach Underwood was very tough. I think everyone could see that just from a far point of view from it away. But he brought in that culture that you see today with the nitty-gritty, the everyday guys, saying that's everything that he preaches about. And so his first year there, his second year there weren't the greatest as far as record-wise, but you could see that he was slowly building his program. And yeah, all these NCAA tournament bursts that they've had now in a row, what is it now, 5 I think, and then Elite 8 a couple years ago. So they're obviously moving in the right direction for sure.
What's it been like seeing this program from afar and what it's grown into? What are your thoughts on this team? Obviously, maybe not the tournament success they wanted this year, but a whole new roster and the transfer portal, a big part of that team.
Yeah, it's crazy, like you said, with the transfer portal every year. You don't know who you're getting. This past season, they had a whole new roster other than 2 guys and 1 guy redshirted. So it's the job that they were able to do, Coach Underwood and his staff. Obviously, it's was a great job, I believe, just with the amount of talent that they had and be able to form a brand new team and compete at the top of the Big Ten throughout the whole year. So obviously you'd like to see them go farther in the tournament, but still with what they had, a lot of younger guys too. In today's world, you see a lot of teams now older, which was different than when I was in college. So I think the success was really good.
And you mentioned you're a realtor now.
Yeah.
I mean, like, does your playing career at Illinois, does that help you? In your
A little
now?
bit. I actually just came from showing a house here, and I was talking with the sellers of that house, and they're like, "Oh wait, yeah, we know who you are. You played basketball there." So yeah, it definitely helps at times, but I try not to lean too much into that. Just try and do what I can as far as my job standpoint.
Right, for sure. Anything else you'd like to add before we wrap up here?
No, that was good. Appreciate you having me.
For sure. Thanks, Michael. Appreciate you stopping by.
Thanks.